This is Hall County Sports, brought to you by Green Ford on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. Check out the latest deals. Remember, when you go Green Ford. By Mountain View Auto Repair, a full-service shop for all of your automotive needs. Call Danny at Mountain View Auto Repair, 770-535-7278. And by McKelvey Road United Methodist Church. Visit us on McKelvey Road in Oakwood. With 3 worship services, Kids Town, and adult small groups, McKelvey Road United Methodist Church, dedicated to transforming the world through the good news of Jesus Christ. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Hall County Sports Television. I'm your host, Gary Glenn. Going to do a lot of martial arts this particular show. We've got mixed martial arts coming up later on in the show, but we start with high school wrestling, and Flowery Branch's 3-year reign as kings of Hall County wrestling ended this past weekend when West Hall went through the Hall County duels unbeaten. The clinching match came against the Falcons when Ricardo Mancia came from behind to pin Ryan Raber, giving the Spartans the edge in the match that they would need to finish 36-35 on top by 1 point. Wins from George Kudibaugh, Jonathan Martinez, Ben Horton, Nick Langford, Caleb Murphy, and Zach Cannon had given the Falcons the lead, but West Hall rallied as Logan Herford and Tanner Yates had pins, and Christian Sepulveda picked up a win as well. The Spartans later on still had to beat North Hall this past Saturday, which they did, when Chris Price won to break a 33-all tie and give the Spartans a 36-33 victory in that one. West Hall finished the day Saturday with lopsided wins over East Hall and Johnson, and they had beaten Chestatee by 10 points and also had decisive victories over Gainesville and Riverside this past Friday. Mancia, Yates, Sepulveda, and Hereford all went 7-0 for the weekend and won individual Hall County championships. Team-wise, the Branch was second, Chestatee was third, North Hall fourth. While going into the county duels, West Hall had beaten Whiten County 43-25. Omar Lopez at 119, Israel Salas at 135, Yates at 145, Sepulveda at 152, and Mancia at 160. All had pins for the Spartans in that one. And we bring to the show now somebody who's been with us before, Eric Raddick, the head coach of the Spartans. And Eric, you know, although you and I were talking before we turned the cameras on, you said West Hall and White County, that match, White County was down, but you did wrestle well, so you knew going in that you were wrestling pretty well.
Yes, it was senior night, and it's the end of the season, and I think it helped us get ready for the weekend, you know, as we're trying to peak towards the end. So it was an exciting night for the seniors to win their last one at home, and then to get ready for the Hall County Championship. So
now you started off on Friday, and you beat somebody who had beaten you earlier. Mm-hmm. Chestatee.
Yes.
What was the difference there? I mean, why was the lineup different, or what was going on with that one?
Well, our lineup was a little bit different. Some guys had dropped weights, but I think the biggest things is we were able to change some points from what happened before. We got pinned before, maybe at a weight class. We didn't get pinned this time. Maybe we didn't win one, and we did. And so we went from a close 3 or 4 point loss to winning by 10. And I think it's a combination of what I just said, and you know, my guys have gotten better since December when we wrestled. So
there you go. Now you go in and you don't see Flowery Branch very much because they're quad A now. Mm-hmm. So that was really tight all the way, and it was sort of back and forth. But that's the way wrestling runs. You know, they'll win 2 or 3 in a row. You win 2 or 3 in a row, and the team points change around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was a little unnerving, I think, for everybody in the tournament, having not seen Flowery Branch, and for them because you know, what do they have? Right. We hadn't seen them before. We know for the most part, you know, they got the team back from last year, but it was an exciting match. We knew it was going to be where we started at. They were going to get a lot more points than we could get, but just because of who they had, and we'd have to be able to win it at the end.
And then the day's not over because you got to face North Hall. They're pretty good.
Yeah. Well, both matches. I mean, there's been years before when we've won it or other teams won it, and they pretty much walked through the tournament because they just had a dominating team. But you know, our match with Chestatee, and 10 points in wrestling isn't that much. You know, it's one match.
One match can be a 12-point swing.
And then Flowery Branch, you know, we're the match that we needed to win. We're losing by over 10 points in the third period, come back to win, and then North Hall is tied up going into the last match. We weren't sure if Chris Price was going to be able to go because he'd hurt his ribs earlier, and you know, he looked at me and said, "Coach, I'm ready." And he goes out there, he's losing by 1 point, and with 20 seconds left, he scores the points needed to win. So, you know, without a doubt, our guys wrestled tough, and you know, were the best that day. But you know, give credit to the other teams. It was an exciting tournament.
Yeah, sounds like it. So now, what you got area this weekend, right? Mm-hmm. At Chestatee.
Yes.
Okay, is that a Friday, Saturday deal too?
We wrestle Friday night and then pick up on Saturday.
That's traditional area?
Yes.
Okay, so this, you pick up points as your individual wrestlers. So how you stack up? Who's the favorite going in?
I think it's a little more spread out. You know, Oconee County and Lumpkin County got first and second at the team tournament.
Right.
With White County and us going third and fourth. But you know, there's a lot of teams out there that have those great individuals that are going to score some points. So I think it's a little tighter than even the area was, which you know was tight as well. You know, everybody's looking how many placers and how many points they can get.
All right. Eric, good luck to the Spartans this weekend. All right.
Thank
Eric
you.
Raddick, head coach of the West Hall Wrestlers. We're back with high school hoops when we return.
In the red corner, the little guy holding prices down for all of Hall County, Dave's Goody Barn. And in the blue corner, the heavyweight full price leader eating your lunch daily, the Big Box Store.
Well, Mike, what do we know about the contender?
Dan, if you're tired of paying high prices, go on down and visit the good folks at Dave's Goody Barn. The buyers for the store travel the globe searching for the greatest deals so the savings can be passed along to you. They purchase from insurance companies due to fires, floods, and other natural disasters. Most of this merchandise is in near perfect condition. Now, back to the fight. Let's get ready to rumble!
Holy cow, Mike! Dave just KO'd the Big Box Store in the first round.
Well, like I said, Dan, if you're tired of paying high prices, hurry on down to Dave's Goody Barn or visit their website at davesgoodybarn.com, because what's there today may be gone tomorrow.
Hey, I'm Larry G. If you're looking for high quality furniture, come see us at G's Home Furnishings and Appliances. We have the highest quality furniture on the market because we buy directly from the factory and we cut that middleman out. And that means that I can save you a ton of money but still give you the highest quality furniture on the market. So come see us. Just remember, if you buy it anywhere else, we both lose money.
Hi folks, Butch Miller from Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville. You may be asking yourself, why drive to Gainesville to buy a new car? Well, the answer is obvious. First, we sell Hondas, one of the best cars in the world. Next, we're known for incredibly low prices, offering you more money for your trade-in and treating you the way you like to be treated. We're easy to get to from either Georgia 400 or I-985 on Brownsbridge Road in Gainesville. And remember folks, if you think you can get a better deal on a better car at Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville, you got that right.
My name is Lloyd Smith.
I'm Renee Barnett.
My name's Alan Cudd.
My name's Don Cooper.
My name is Mike Stewart, and I attend McKever Road United Methodist Church, the church on the hill here in Oakwood, Georgia. We'd love for you to come join us.
This message has been brought to you by the people of the McKever Road United Methodist Church. Gary Cole, pastor.
Well, last week we had a big deal here locally as Lakeview's boys gave their veteran coach Seth Vining his 700th career basketball win. Seth has coached locally at Johnson and at East Hall, where he won a total of 4 state titles with the Vikings and Lady Vikings. He's even coached at Gainesville College when that junior college team played intercollegiate ball. He coached the women. Out of his 36 seasons, 7 have been with the Lakeview Lions. When Austin Pearson hit an opening 3, the Lions were never headed in their 67-45 win over Social Circle. Afterwards, Seth spoke to the crowd and the media as they unveiled the cake and the commemorative T-shirts.
Seth, you had a lot of folks here tonight, not only from Lakeview, but I see some East Hall people up there too. What's good for you?
Well, I've been very fortunate to be in Gainesville for 37 years. We've made a lot of friends, had an opportunity to coach at 4 special schools. So it's nice to be a part of what's happening in Gainesville.
Is it kind of a relief? So now as you get back to playing basketball, not worry about that, or did you ever worry about it?
I don't think I ever worried about it. You know, if it was going to happen, it happened. You know, and so you know, I am glad we're past this point. So I'm hoping that we will continue to progress as a team and hopefully finish strong the rest of it. I've been able to coach for a long time. You know, 36 years is a nice, healthy career. It means that I've had a lot of good coaches helping me. A ton of players that have just done a great job. I've had a lot of support from my family. And everywhere I've coached, the administration and the school has been supportive. It's just been a great ride, and I'm still enjoying it. So hopefully, we got another year or two in me. I hope so. Hopefully we can continue to do some good things. I really don't think like a 700s and it's a game. I think basketball's a team sport, and I think you strive to have your team competitive and have a chance to compete for championships, and that's the ultimate I guess mark of success is that your team does compete for championships. The fact that you reach a milestone like 700, it just means you've had a lot of good teams that have been able to do that. And it's just I'm just glad I've been able to have a part of it.
So how long are you going to keep this up?
I think we'll always take it year by year. I think as long as I keep healthy enough, and I still enjoy teaching the game. I still enjoy coaching. I like the challenge of every year seeing if we can do something special. Every year is another opportunity to try to do some special things, and I still enjoy that. So as long as I enjoy it, my wife is as supportive as she's been. I like to do it, I guess, until they boot me out.
Senior Jackson Wells had a double-double that night with 11 points and 10 rebounds and said the Lions wanted it for their coach.
What does it mean to the team to get this from Coach Viney?
I think it's an awesome accomplishment. We all are really proud of him, and I think it's a great thing. And we're, we knew it was coming at the beginning of the season. We're working really hard just for him to get that milestone, and it's an incredible accomplishment.
Hey, it was good to do it here in front of the home fans, right?
Yes, sir. It was a great atmosphere. It's probably the best we've had all year, and we appreciate the fans and everything Coach Viney's done for us this whole season. So.
On that particular night, Pearson's 14 points led the Lions to their 10th victory against 9 losses. Congrats to Coach Vining. Class act all the way. Lady Lions came close that night, only to fall in another tight contest, 38-34. Molly Gay had 14 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 steals for Lakeview. Now, later last week, Wells had 15 more points in an 81-64 loss as the Lions were swept by Athens Christian, but the Lions bounced back with their 50-29 win over Athens Academy. Pearson scored 19 for a career win, 701 for Coach Vining. In other basketball, Chesterton's boys won 2 straight over the weekend, beating Stevens County on the road last Friday, 61-48 behind Keelan Passmore's 28 points. The War Eagles then beat Riverside in our game of the week, 55-49, avenging an earlier loss to the Eagles. Passmore was our player of the game. He had 27 points in that one. Tarvin Dukes had 10 rebounds and 17 points for RMA, playing in foul trouble most of the time. Adrian Humphrey also put in 17 for the Eagles. Afterwards, I had a chance to talk with second-year coach Chesterton's Gary Barnes about his young team, which has struggled this year, winning their 4th game this past Saturday. All right, Gary, you pulled it out, 55-49. It did tighten up a little bit there at the end, but you sort of expected them to make a run at you since they had actually won the first meeting between you two guys, right?
Right. I think they're pretty talented, especially inside with number 40, and then very quick on the perimeter, so you knew they were going to make a run there. I think we got up as much as 10, and I thought our guys hung in there and made some clutch free throws, took care of the ball late, and that's something that we have not been doing, so it's good to see us improving in those 2 areas.
Well, was it part of your strategy? You mentioned number 40, Tarvin Dukes. Now, he finished with a double-double with 16 points and like 10 or 11 rebounds and limited playing time because he was in foul trouble most of the game. Were you trying to take it to him?
Yes, definitely. He got in foul trouble the first time we played him, and we just don't match up with him very well. We're not very big, so he gives us some problems because of his size, and he's a strong kid. So we were able to block him out a few times. He got some over-the-back calls. I think we may have taken a charge on him. Yeah. So I was proud of us for the way we played him because we're a little undersized, but getting him out of the game definitely it was no problem on our end of it.
Yeah. Well, he fouled out with 4:38 left to play. in the fourth period. Now, Keelan Passmore was our player of the game. 27 points, had a couple of rebounds, a couple of steals, pretty good all-around game for him. Plus, he really stepped up at the free throw line, and I understand that's been a little bit of a bugaboo for you guys this year.
We have not shot well at the free throw line, and lately we have. Keelan had 28 last night at Stevens County, so he had a great weekend. He's been our leading scorer all year as a sophomore. And you know, I've told him this before. He's best basketball still ahead of him. He's had a great off season and wants to be good, and he'll work at it. And 4.0 student and a great young man, and I'm glad that he's a leader of our program right now.
Let's talk a little bit about that. All these sophomores and freshmen and a couple of juniors. You only got two seniors this year, Gary.
Right. Well, I took this program over last year, and there wasn't not a lot of upperclassmen involved. So we have tried to build with the young kids, doing a lot with our 9th and 10th grade. The coaches getting down in the middle school and working with those kids, trying to keep our kids here and build from the Chesty community. And, you know, it's just the hand we were dealt. We were just very young when we got here. We knew that going in. And, you know, it is what it is. You know, they're not quite ready, but they've got to go out there and play on Tuesday and Friday nights. And a lot of them should be playing JV still. But I hope that, you know, in the next couple of years, these sophomores are going to be our leaders.
This late in the season, though, they're starting to show some composure, because when Riverside made that run out, got within 3, I think, at one point, they did not fold. They came out and did what they did to do to win.
Well, you know, we do have one senior, Scott Tuning, who and Bryce, both seniors are leaders. And Scott does a lot of ball handling and makes the little plays for us. He's led us in charges this year, and he is kind of a poise on the floor for us at times. He calms everybody down, and he's been a benefit with these young kids.
Well, you got a little streak going now, two in a row. Hey, and it gets close to tournament time. Maybe anything can happen, huh?
Right. You know, you play all year to get to be playing your best ball, and that tournament starts. You know, everyone will be 0-0 in the next couple weeks, and I hope we continue to play well. And like you said, you just never know what's going to happen. It's a tough region. There's going to be 2 or 3 good teams not make the state tournament out of this league. So, you know, maybe we can get in there and upset somebody. It would be great for our program just to win a region tournament game right now, and that's kind of a goal of ours.
All right, Gary.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good luck to the Warriors the rest of the way.
Thank you.
In the boys' championship. All right, turning to college ball. Josh Haymore, a Johnson alum who's now at Piedmont, had 17 to lead the Lions to a 75-54 win over Toccoa Falls. Meanwhile, Flowery Branch alumnus Courtney Newton was 5 for 5 from three-point land, finished with 16 points, led South Carolina to a 57-48 upset of then number 20 ranked Georgia in women's play. Courtney has been battling back from knee surgery for quite some time. Freshmen Tatiana Kudiakova and Brittany Wiley tied for high point honors with 15 each to help lead the Bernal basketball team to a much-needed win over Columbia, 63-54. Kudiakova also had a season-high 7 assists as the Tigers halted a 4-game losing streak with that victory. And Nikki Reed came off the bench to grab 7 rebounds and score 14 points. And the Golden Tigers' next game, which was a 3-point loss, 71-68 to Emmanuel, Gabby Harvey also had 14 points for Bernal. I'm back with mixed martial arts when we return.
Covenant Connections Church is a 21st century church committed to inspiring a positive change in your life and in your community by promoting a desire to please God and by ministering to the entire family. Experience interactive praise and worship along with relevant, inspiring, and challenging messages from the Word of God at Covenant Connections Church. There is a place for you. Mountain View Auto Repair is your local full-service auto repair shop. Trusted with your vehicles for over 20 years, our experience will ensure that your vehicle will stay well-maintained year-round.
Mountain View Auto Repair is the place to bring your vehicle. They'll always treat you right. The service is good and the prices are very reasonable.
You can trust our experts in everything from transmissions to brakes to engine repairs and oil changes.
If you don't need the repairs, Danny's going to tell you. He does what he says he's going to do, and he'll make it right every time.
He takes patience and explains it so that I can understand. It's very easy for me to talk to Danny about a problem I think I have with my vehicle.
Go see Danny at Mountain View Auto Repair. He will treat you right.
Imagine 3 football fields of the most unbelievable pre-loved office furniture. That's what just arrived at School Tools and Office Pros. Team Office Pros is doing the touchdown dance while saving you money on chairs for executives, managers, students, and teachers starting at $19.99. Bookcases for lawyers, accountants, classrooms, and libraries starting at $24.99. File cabinets for medical, legal, professional, and personal starting at $49.99. Desks for college students, businesses, and home office starting at $99.99.
Unbelievable! If you are looking for a quality used car, then look no further than the car store on McKelvey Road between Gainesville and Beaufort. You won't find clunkers or junkers at the car store, just vehicles you'll be proud to own. At the car store, they can finance you on the spot, no matter what your credit is. They have a variety of plans. You can even phone your payments in. At the car store, they've been giving outstanding service to the community for over 20 years. At the car store, everybody rides.
Come on down to the car store. We can make you happy. My name's Bob Watson, and I guarantee it.
Hey, it may be wintertime, but you still need to take care of the home place, and Precision Pressure Wash and Painting Services is just the company to do it. While pressure washing is their specialty, Precision Pressure Washing and Painting Services also offers many other great home improvement services that will benefit you. They live up to their name and complete each of these tasks with precision the first time around. These services include deck repairs, deck staining, water sealing, floor coatings with concrete staining and epoxy applications, gutter cleaning, window washing, siding repair, window replacement and removal, door repair, sheetrock installation and repair. In fact, no job is too small for them to handle. They've served the residents of Hall County and surrounding areas since 1992. That's Precision Pressure Washing and Painting Services. For questions, a free estimate, or to request a service, please phone 770-536-3824 or 678-316-4554. We are back. I'm Gary Glenn. Hall County Sports is the show. For this particular segment, we're turning to a different sort of martial arts than what we talked about in the first segment, back when we talked about wrestling. Welcome to the show now, Jay Jones of Fight Fusion Promotions, Mixed Martial Arts. We've got a big show coming up February the 18th at the Georgia Mountain Center. Jay is a fellow who's got a strong background with martial arts. We've had his brother on, Alan Jones, AJ Styles, and who was a state champion wrestler over at Johnson High School. Jay, tell me how you got involved in mixed martial arts.
Well, I started about 3 years ago training with my brother Nathan with Paul Creighton, and we competed in grappling competitions around Georgia, and found out that I loved it. So I actually started doing it all the time.
Now, Jay is also a Marine Corps veteran and a veteran of Afghanistan. So tell me the journey now that got you. Now, you said you do grappling now, but you don't fight anymore, but you're into the promotion end of things. So how did that come about?
Well, in 2009, I went over to Afghanistan. Before I went, I lost my job, lost my house, my car, and went over to Afghanistan to have a job. Got back in March and needed to do something, needed to find a job. Couldn't find one, so I decided to go ahead and get this promotion company going and actually create my own job.
Well, there you go. Now, one thing that you do is you involve the local fighters.
Right.
You and I have a mutual acquaintance in Micah Goss, who does faith mixed martial arts, things like that. So why are you doing that?
Well, there was a giant vacuum of MMA fighters here in Gainesville, Hall County, Gwinnett area. They had nowhere to go and train and fight. So we pulled them in, Faith, Hardcore Gym, Creighton Mixed Martial Arts in Swanee, UKA. There's just a bunch of them that we pulled in with us to fight in this area to get our crowd base high.
Well, that sounds smart to me. You know, you got a lot of the local guys are going to be bringing in people to root for them. What about this show coming up on the 18th now? Tell me about that.
Well, it's February 18th at the Georgia Mountain Center. Probably about 10 different teams are coming with us. Team Praxis, Faith MMA, UKA, Hardcore, Striker MMA. I could go on and on. There's about 10 different teams. But they're going to come in, it's going to be amateur mixed martial arts, all mixed martial arts, no kickboxing, and probably about 12 or 11 fights.
Okay, and what's the time frame on it?
The doors open up at 7 o'clock, fights start at 8, and it will be done by 12.
Okay, all right. What are you looking for on this first one that you're doing here locally?
Well, first of all, some great fights, some great teams. We'd like to get all the people from Gainesville coming in and fill it up. We want to build a next generation of fighters, meaning kids coming in and watching these fights, wrestlers coming in and watching these fights, and be able to go later on and compete in mixed martial arts, the next generation of fighters coming up.
All right. Jay Jones, Fight Fusion Promotions. Again, that's February the 18th at the Georgia Mountain Center. Go by and give them a shout and give them a look. Jay, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck with it. All right?
Appreciate it.
Okay. We're back to wrap up this week's Hall County Sports in just a moment.
There are moments in life that you wish would last forever. Dreams that really do come true. Treasures worth protecting. And a future to prepare for. Turner Wood & Smith is with you every step of the way. Established in the Gainesville area in 1905. Turner Wood & Smith has become Northeast Georgia's largest independent insurance agency by offering professional service at competitive prices. Turner Wood & Smith, insuring your future since 1905.
There are hundreds of options when choosing apparel or promotional items at J. Geyer Advertising and the Trophy Case. We're all about quality and competitive pricing. Sports items are in stock. Look for special pricing on Letterman jackets, corporate apparel, corporate gifts, and custom embroidery. All local high schools should check out the line of spirit wear and trophies. We're also offering custom screen printing available for any team sport. Be on the winning side when you choose J. Geyer Advertising and the Trophy Case, locally owned and operated at 250 Dawsonville Highway, Gainesville. Call 770-718-0062 or on the web at jgeyer.com and trophycaseltd.com.
Covenant Connections Church is a 21st century church committed to inspiring a positive change in your life and in your community by promoting a desire to please God and by ministering to the entire family. Experience interactive praise and worship along with relevant, inspiring, and challenging messages from the Word of God at Covenant Connections Church. There is a place for you.
Time now to name our athletes of the week. The male athlete of the week is going to be Ricardo Mancia of West Hall Wrestling for his performance in the Hall County Duels. And our female athlete of the week, Mary Kate Rushton, who continues to play well for North Hall's basketball Lady Trojans. Some other stuff. Flowery Branch had a sweep of the county swimming championships. Falcons took boys, girls, and combined titles in the meet at the Francis Meadows Aquatic Center. Zach Miller-Hogg had first in the 100 and 200 freestyle and was part of the 200 and 400 free relay teams. And for the Lady Falcons, Morgan Ryder swam to first in the 50 free as well as the 100 backstroke and the 200 relay. Riverside was second on the boys' side, while Chestatee was second on the girls and in the combined category. Meanwhile, Bernal swimmers won 10 of 11 events to sweep LaGrange and Berry. Hannah Boudreau won the 200 butterfly, 200 IM, and 100 freestyle, and Lisa Portwood won the 1,000 freestyle and the 100 backstroke. The Peach Belt Conference has released the 2011 baseball preseason all-conference team as selected by the league's head coaches, and North Georgia senior outfielder Chad Sage, who's a Chestatee graduate, was selected to the 12-member team as an outfielder. A second-team Peach Belt All-Conference selection in 2010, Sage hit .325 with 13 home runs, 5 doubles, and 53 runs batted in last season. A PBC Player of the Week during the 2010 season, Chad Sage recorded 108 total bases for the Saints as he posted a .411 on-base percentage. As an outfielder, he had a .962 fielding percentage with 48 putouts and 3 assists. Meanwhile, Tiffany Marlowe from Chestatee and Brody Langston from East Hall continue to be key members of the North Georgia basketball programs. Well, the Open Weightlifting Championship, that's at Flowery Branch this coming Saturday. It's Olympic style, snatch, clean and jerk, 70-plus competitors expected. That's this Saturday morning, February the 5th, 2011. It starts at 10 o'clock. Now, next week, we're going to take a break from all of these wintertime sports for our annual Signing Day special. That's right. The whole show will be devoted to our high school folks who sign grants and aid to play various sports at the next level. And you won't want to miss that. For Hall County Sports, I'm Gary Glenn. Hall County Sports is brought to you in part by Green Ford on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. Check out the latest deals. And remember, when you go Green Ford. By Mountain View Auto Repair, a full-service shop for all of your automotive needs. Call Danny at Mountain View Auto Repair at 770-535-7278. And by McKelvey Road United Methodist Church. Visit us on McKelvey Road in Oakwood, With 3 worship services every Sunday morning, Kids Town and adult small groups, McEver Road United Methodist Church is dedicated to transforming the world through the good news of Jesus Christ.